Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Will take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. Howell. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So here we go, 4th down, Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Going on the ground with Homer, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down and 8. Again, it's Homer. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Brings up 4th down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is...
It got his man complete. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards.
50 yards. First down, Commanders.
On first down, Howell. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And Howell will throw it. Throw right side complete to Dotson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
Now a first carry here for Robinson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
1st and goal, Washington.
They'll run with Robinson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd down. Howell now. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Sam Howell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Velus Jones now from his... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So problems there on the return. Very costly. Not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
Now throwing on 1st down here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
The score, Commanders 7, Bears 3.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll go play action. Howell. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
A 43-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's on his way. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. This is Homer. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Back to throw, Fields. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Off play action, Fields. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Washington.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And once more, Howe back to the air. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson from 17 yards out. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
Bayless Jones on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now Fields going to move him around.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Fields. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. That's caught at the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Howell out of the shotgun. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Curtis Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They're going to try and run. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Fields. That is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
A final shot before the break, Fields. And his throw is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Bears 3.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Joey Slide to kick off for the Commanders.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
To throw is Fields. And that's going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Play action. It's Fields. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
An 8-yard loss. Brings up 4th down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fielded at the 33. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
41-yard line.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. Down to the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are an extra point away from going up by 30. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Bears 3. Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot...
And the ball is knocked out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And they're going to speed things up here.
Powell. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Commander's first down.
Back to throw, Howell.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 10. Powell, another throw on 2nd down.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Powell down to throw it.
Touchdown! Antonio Gibson, a 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Commanders extend their lead yet again. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And quickly they get to the line.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They'll run this with Homer. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's a give up the middle.
Through the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Chicago! Travis Homer, 56 yards.
And the Bears are able to at least get one score back.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Howell out of his own end zone. Steps away. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Commanders 40, Bears 10.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. 2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Robinson. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. That's out wide here for Robinson.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Robinson with another carry.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here is 3rd and 5. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
So here we go, 4th down, Howell. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down.
1st down, Commanders.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.
Pick and roll, champ, gotta go. We're open with scary.